Share screen. Yeah, we're on Facebook Live. Okay, so welcome everybody. Today we're going to be sharing with you about what is shopping annuity, and it is actually a concept that we're going to be sharing and also encourage for those of us who are guests on the call to consider owning one. And of course, for those of us who are already an unfranchised owner, we would have already owned an shopping annuity. Of course, I would love for every single one of us to understand more about how the shopping annuity can actually make a huge difference and why that is a game changer for us, because simply put, is really converting your spending into earning and also investment. And we're going to be going through how that works with you. All right, so basically what is an annuity? Now you can see some Australian money here, but of course it can actually convert into ringgit or US dollars, whatever it is. Well, an annuity is actually a process by which a fixed payment is made to you at specified intervals for specified length of time. So when you think about your superannuation, or if you have a bank, a term deposit, that can be considered if you are going to be putting, regular money in as you have discretionary income. So for you or anyone to fund a normal annuity, a traditional annuity, you really need to contribute, a fixed sum of payment before payouts, at the end of it, which generally is when you retire. So let's have a look at the differences between a traditional annuity and what we are going to be focused on today, the shopping annuity. Now, with a traditional annuity, as I mentioned, you must have discretionary income, which means income that is outside of what you, after you've say earned your money and then your expenses. So of course, we all have bills, right? We have, ongoing bills. We have things like, our mortgage or our rent or our, electricity that comes in every single month, right? So discretionary income is basically the amount of money that you would be earning, the income minus all of those expenses. So if you have discretionary income, then you can make, the fixed sum payments to fund your annuity. But really the reality is majority of people don't actually have discretionary income. In fact, people tend to paycheck to paycheck, and they don't have any money that's left over. So to be able to fund, a traditional annuity really is not realistic for, I would say, everyone can do it, because every single one of us would be spending money anyway. So by redirecting the money that you're already spending, whether, it's for you to buy your toilet paper, paper towels, your skincare, your, toothpaste, anything that you would be buying from the shops that you would be outside or online, you can actually create your fixed sum payment to fund your shopping annuity. So this is what we call anyway money. It's not the kind of money like the traditional annuity where you need to have leftover income, right? This is the money that you're spending anyway, and you can actually use that as a way to fund your shopping annuity. So how do you do that? Well, it begins by adjusting your shopping behaviors. Now, when we think about, your shopping behavior, you might be generally people would go to a shop outside, in a mall or shopping center or grocery stores, or anywhere that you would go to shop. But then if you can actually adjust your shopping behavior by changing that into buying online through shop.com, then you'll be able to fund your shopping annuity. Now, brick and mortar versus click and order. A lot of us for a long time, I'm sure, have been buying things from a brick and mortar, which essentially is the kind of shops that you would be buying, like you can see on the left, the shopping center, as I mentioned, supermarkets and all of those places, right? Whereas now, if you can, change your behavior by going through click and order, or you can even do click and collect, meaning that you can do it online and click anything that you would like to buy and then order it, and then it will be able to either, you know, deliver to you, or you can collect that. So that is how you fund your shopping annuity. So do you agree that you're already spending money anyway, right? Can you see all the places that you could be, you know, buying things normally? Well, before you can implement our system for success, that's why you need to acknowledge, you know, you have to change your shopping habits from going to brick and mortar to click and order. So that is a very important concept. Now, this is actually something very interesting. Could there be a better way is a question that I'd like you to ask yourself, because many of us would continue to purchase items the normal way, as I mentioned, through, you know, the brick and mortar. For example, the flat screen TV that you can see on the wall there, or the beautiful cushions or couches or whatever it is that you see in this living room alone, or the coffee table, or even the paintings. Now, every single one of these items you can purchase from, you know, shopping center or anywhere that you see. However, let's say, for example, we just use the flat screen TV as the example. Well, most people, if you were to buy a TV, you would need to do due diligence to buy that TV. Let's say it's going to cost you $1,000. And okay, I can see there are people in the waiting room. So if Hong Ling and yeah, can admit them, that would be great. Thank you for that. And also, the money is spent and gone once you actually purchase, you know, the TV. Let's say if you do due diligence and you go to, say in Australia, you can go to JB Hi-Fi or like Good Guys, wherever you would be going, right? Then you'll be spending that $1,000 to buy that TV. The money is spent and gone, and so you are happy, you got that TV, and then the shop is happy because they get your $1,000 and everybody is happy. However, with shopping annuity, you can buy from whatever shop that you find the best online deal. The deal can be, let's say, $900 instead of $1,000, okay? So you're actually saving $100 already. But that money, the $900 for that flat screen TV, has a return on investment. The spent dollar that you have invested in, let's say in this case, $900, can be used to fund your shopping annuity. So that is why there is a better way. So if you are willing to continue, I mean, not to continue purchase items your way by going to brick and mortar and just spend money and that's gone, but to actually go through what we call a shopping annuity, then certainly it is a better way, because you will be able to fund your shopping annuity. So essentially, it is really your choice. You can continue to spend money you're already spending the way that you're spending, and this will continue to make money for the companies that you purchase from and earn you nothing, because you are essentially making other companies and people wealthy if you buy from brick and mortar outside, right? However, the other choice is you can convert your spent dollars, like in the case of the TV. Let's say if you buy it from JB Hi-Fi, it's only $900, but that $900 can be used as an investment for you to convert that into the earning through the shopping annuity and help make you money. So in essence, you are actually turning that spent money into your own income. All right, so if I can just get you all to type into the group chat, which would you prefer? The left or the right? The left is for you to go through the old way to just buy things from outside brick and mortar, or to go through shopping annuity and be able to fund your money in terms of, you know, converting your spending into earning. Of course, everyone would say the right? No question about it. It's a no-brainer. Right is right. You're right. Okay, so that's your choice, and that is a really good choice. Okay, fantastic. So today I'd like to really, draw your attention. If you're a guest, you haven't actually seen what the shopping annuity is about, I would highly recommend that you evaluate this and convert your spending into earning. Okay, and of course, for those of us who are already a shopping annuity owner, I would encourage you to take a look at this as well and make sure that you make the most out of what you have in your hand and convert everything that you possibly can to invest into and fund your own shopping annuity. All right, so let me just give you a bit of a sort of summary of what this company is all about. So Market Australia or Market Malaysia, Market America, shop.com, this is actually a vision, a mission that we have. We want to provide a system for entrepreneurs to create an ongoing income and become financially independent while providing consumers worldwide with a better way to shop. Now, as you can see, the highlighted red colors, ongoing income is what we're talking about through the shopping annuity. If you can convert your spending money into earning, then you will be able to earn this ongoing income and then eventually become financially free. And as you can see, it will work as a team, and you can see all these people in the slide beautifully smiling, looking up together, because it requires household working together. Now, of course, when you are just buying things for your own household, like say, for example, for myself, me and my husband, there is only the two of us. We don't have kids, so we probably spend about, say, what, $3,000 max a month on our monthly expenses. However, when I have a team of people, many of them would have like a lot of household members, like kids and and friends and family. That is what we're talking about. We are actually doing it together, economically connecting households, doing it together. It's not just you yourself, but everyone in your organization doing it together. That's why we call this is the power of people. And this is what we are doing it together. As you can see, even on this call alone, on this Zoom meeting, we've got people all from different backgrounds having the same power of people. And the company actually gives us the revolutionary technology. That's amazing, because the tracking system and everything that we have and required is already given by the company. And that's why shop.com is the company that we're really proud to be part of. And we can actually create an economy of the future through different households working together, powered by people just like you and me. Now, there are different trends that are happening right now based on the rapidly changing economy. And so the four major trends that you can see on the right are really happening, creating an amazing opportunity for each and every single one of us if we are willing to position ourselves ahead of these trends. First is retail store collapse. I'm sure you all are aware, doesn't matter what you are doing, it's really important to understand that, a lot of people that are owning retail stores are already going through difficulties in not being able to continue with their business. Of course, now with the COVID situation, it's even harder. But even before then, I know that where I am in Melbourne, many shops are already closing down. And rise in online sales is actually the norm. It's very, very rampant. You can see, thousands of online stores are happening every single year. So that is really happening. And then one-to-one marketing is replacing mass marketing. So one-to-one marketing is what we call referral marketing. As you can see, really mass marketing, like, TV commercial, radio commercial, or a lot of the, billboards are no longer really relevant to people. I, in fact, have a friend who is an advertising agent, and she actually, was given more than $1 million a year just to do all these mass marketing. But she was saying that in the last year or so, you know, there was no return on investment for their company, and she was made redundant. And because of that, we really realized that mass marketing has been replaced by one-to-one marketing. As you would already know, on Facebook, there is all this recommendation. Like if I want a plumber, I would just put on Facebook recommendation. Do you know any plumber? You know, one-to-one marketing is what we call referral marketing. And that's why we are really ahead of our trend in terms of shop.com, because people, you know, see what we have to offer and we can refer to people. So that is really an amazing trend that we can leverage on. And rise in entrepreneurship, of course, is something that majority of people from young to middle age to even older age people are, you know, leveraging on and capitalizing in as well. And because, you know, it's not so much about, you know, the type of entrepreneurship where you have to spend hundreds of thousands or even millions of dollars in the traditional business sense, but the type of entrepreneurship that we're talking about through the online sales. So that's why, you know, shop.com is really positioned to take advantage of all four of these trends with the unfranchised business. So like a franchise, we're systemized, standardized, and uniformed, and we have proven management systems, professional marketing tools, and everything is really in place for you. And you don't have to be, you know, reinventing the wheel, which is really amazing. And all of the training system is available. Like we've been talking a lot about, for those of you who are already in the business, you know, nowadays, Zoom like this is so available. We can actually do training from people that are so experienced from all around the world, whether it's, you know, from the US, from UK, Malaysia, Singapore, Hong Kong. Here in Australia, we can get access to training systems, you know, from everywhere. And that is amazing as well. And branding and increased visibility, you know, shop.com, for those of you who may not be aware, is now really top in terms of our online presence. In fact, this year, in 2020, we are the 11th of the top 100, you know, online shop presence. So really, we are like a franchise in that regard. But unlike a franchise, we actually don't have the negatives of a franchise. We don't have to pay hefty franchise fees or royalties, you know, like say, for example, a McDonald's is more than $1 million, you know, just to start up. And my brother who owns a Courier Please, which a lot of the people that in Australia would know our products are actually delivered by Courier Please, right? My brother had to pay like 60, 70,000 or in general, you know, to just start up that franchise, right? And, you know, to buy a van is another 3, 4, you know, 40,000. So if you don't have 100,000 minimum, you can't start a franchise like that. And so with us, we don't actually have that much of a startup expenses, very, very minimal. And we have potential tax advantages and no large monthly overhead. In fact, it's only a couple of coffee a week and you can already be able to start, you know, having, you know, the back office that we have. And there's no territorial restrictions. You can, you know, have your unfranchised everywhere that we have our business in. Unlike, say, for example, if you have a McDonald's in, say, South Melbourne, you cannot have another McDonald's without having to pay another $1 million, say, in Sydney, right? So you can start part-time with flexible hours. And that is really good because what that means is you can do whatever that you're currently doing until such a time that you may be able to earn more than what you're currently doing, and then fire your boss if you like. And really there is, I would even say, little to no risk because you don't actually have to pay, you know, a lot of expenses at all. Now, the company was founded in 1992, so it's been around for nearly 29 years now. Market America Worldwide is a global product brokerage and internet marketing company that specializes in one-to-one marketing. So these are some of the important themes that we don't actually have time today to go through, but we will have, you know, upcoming Zoom meetings if you want to learn more, that we can go through more. And we'll give you a little bit of a summary of it a bit later on today. Our headquarters is in Greensboro, North Carolina, and we have over 850 people globally that are employed by our company. And we have operations in 8 different countries. And of course, we are able to provide our services and our products to nearly 200 countries, which is amazing. And we have won the Better Business Bureau as well as Torch Award twice in a row, 2013 and 2018, which is something that no other company has ever done. We are the only company that has that Torch Award. With Better Business Bureau, we get the A+ rating, which signifies trust, performance, and integrity. And so even just that blue box you can see right in front of you, you can be assured that the company that you're evaluating or that you're part of is one that you can really be proud of and can be engaged with. All right, so now worldwide company sales and unfranchised owner earning. This is a very, very important slide that I'd really like to draw your attention to, because, you know, as you can see, the graph on the right-hand side, every single quarter has been an up climb, which means that there is actually no downturn in any year or any quarter. In fact, we've got more than 100 up climb of every single year. So what that means is that, you know, even during the time of global financial crisis, or even right now, where we're going through an unprecedented time of the COVID-19, we're actually growing leaps and bounds. And so that's why, you know, you can be sure that we are certainly something to reckon with. And our estimated accumulated retail sales is 15.5 Australian dollars. So that would be, you know, more than 60 billion ringgit, I'd say, right around there. And then, you know, about $10 billion US dollars. And out of that, half of that, you know, has gone back to the retail sales, profits, as well as commissions. And for people that are the owners, like some of us here, the unfranchised owners, we've got more than 8 billion Australian dollars. So that means more than 51% out of the total accumulated retail sales have been earned by the unfranchised owners, like some of us here. So that is really generous, and I've never seen any other company where the CEO would be so generous in giving more than 51% of their total retail income, the accumulated retail sales, back to their even shareholders or their owners. Whereas here with shop.com we do. And thousands of unfranchised owners are earning anywhere between 300 Australian dollars to $3,600 per week, and more than 500 unfranchised owners have exceeded more than US $1 million in commission already. And right here we've got a few people, including Auntie Ann Look, who is on this call, who is also part of that $1 million club. And every single month we are adding new $1 million earner as well. So as you can see, this is something you need to be really evaluating. Just even looking at the graph up the top right, that there is always uphill climb. We've never had a down year or down quarter, with over 100 consecutive quarters of growth. Means that our company is really, really amazing. Now, the 45-year plan is a plan that a lot of us are actually in right now. Now, if you can see up the top right-hand side, for every 100 people who should have reached the age of 65, let's say, you know, our retirement age is 65. In fact, in Australia now, it's actually gone up to 67. A majority of people that I know up to 70 and even above are still working. 1% is wealthy. Now, that 1% is majority of people are in business, or they have, you know, investment. And then 4% are financially fit. So these are the people that would have ongoing residual income, that whether they work or not, the money will still keep coming in. So that is what we call financially fit. You may be earning a lot of money, but if you stop earning money, if you stop working and you don't have money, then you don't have the ongoing income, then you can't be saying that you are financially fit. Now, 5% is still working when they get to 65 years of age. And 28%, unfortunately, is dead. And maybe they too stressed, or they work themselves to death, or that they may have illness or whatever reason. And the saddest thing that I can see from this is 62% of people, when they get to the age of 65, is struggling financially. Now, if you can please help me out, just type into the group chat, which out of those categories would you like to be in? Well, I think it's a no-brainer. Of course, 1 or 4%, right? Like if you were to ask me, I would definitely want to be at least in the 4% financially fit, if not in the 1% wealthy. I would not want to be still working. I mean, yeah, some of the things that I love doing, I might still be doing it. So that's still okay if you love your job. But the 28% and 62% of struggling financially, I would not want to be in that category when I am at 65. What about you? Now, go back to the 45-year plan. You see 95% of people spend up to 45 years of their lives making the other 5% successful. They work a plan for someone else's financial success and not their own. So do you have debt? You can ask yourself, do you have student loans? I mean, HECS or fee help, all that is very much a common thing here in Australia. Credit card loans, car loans, mortgage, or any other personal loans. What about financial security? Right here in Australia, if you have $600,000 and put into a bank of 2% interest. I mean, nowadays we don't even have 2% interest anymore for a savings account. More so 1%, let's say. 2%, let's say if it is like something like a higher interest rate of term deposit maybe, then it will only give you $1,000 extra a month. But how many of you can say that you have extra $600,000 lying around in the bank for you to be able to earn $1,000 extra? I don't think that's really realistic, is it? What about social security or pension? Do you know that 77% of Australians over 65 years of age, the majority of their income comes from their pension, which is only about $1,600 average a month. And I'm sure even in Malaysia, the case is probably not even that high when you have to rely on your government payment, right? So no matter what, the 45-year plan may not be the best option. Of course, if you are able to earn money through the 45-year plan, it will keep giving you some steady income, and it's good. And but then if you need to always, go through your 9 to 5 every single day from the time that you are 20, let's say when you graduate to the time that you retire at 65, every single day, 5 days a week, 9 to 5 job in order to not even able to have the first 2 category of the 5% of financially fit, then there must be a better way. That's why we're here today. Now, let's give you some statistics about people's income and household here in Australia. Average income after taxes is about $77,580. And total average annual expenditures, this is of course, some families would be spending more if they have more people, some may be less, but this is an average, would be about $74,275 annually. So these include all of the expenses that you can see around the circle here, from reading to food to transportation, healthcare, entertainment, personal care, etc. Right? And then if you have a look out of that, $17,850 or more could be redirected to your shop.com. And I mean, of course, in Malaysia, it would be your local currency with ringgit. How much would you be spending and earning? And then you deduct that, and that will be the amount that you would have that you can redirect to your shop.com. So it's the same thing, you know, all of the money that you would be able to save up, you can use about 20,000, let's say, back onto the shop.com website. Now, because of that, it's actually something that is very important for us to understand the concept of shopping annuity. So what is the shopping annuity? No, shopping annuity is a revolutionary concept that helps people like you and me to convert our spending into earning through the unfranchised business and shop.com. So again, you're not funding this shopping annuity with discretionary income like we talked about with traditional annuity, where you have to save up money from the expenses, you know, the bills that you pay, etc. But with money that you're already spending. So you're already spending it, why not get paid for it, right? Because every single one of us, like it or not, spends money to live, right? And you can either find a way to make that money work for you, or you can continue to do what you're doing and go to brick and mortar and spend all that money and spend it without any income, and everything will stay the same. So the good thing about the shopping annuity is that shop.com tracks all of your purchases from our partner stores as well as our exclusive products. So when you or anyone that you lead to shops online on your website, you get 100% credit for those purchases. So this is extremely important for you to understand that it's not only you. So let's say for me and Derek, we only purchase, you know, say $300 worth of grocery a month, not much, right? But if we have 30 people in our team, each spending $300 per month, that would already be, you know, 900,000, right? Is that 300 times 300, $90,000. So that's a lot of money. And not only with us as our team, but we all each have, let's say, 10 to 15 customers that will all add up. So that's why that is what we call economically income, you know, earning together. And that is really amazing. That's the investment of the shopping annuity. And the other really good thing about shopping annuity is that it is a willable asset. You can really will it to your family. You can keep your hard-earned assets inside your family or anyone that you would like to will it to. Say, for example, if we don't have kids, we can actually, you know, support ministry, mission, charity, all the places that we would love to will our, you know, money to when we die. So how can you do that? Well, when you are able to earn your unfranchised commission and the shopping annuity funding, then you can reasonably expect to earn anywhere between $1,500 to $3,600 per week perpetually. And you can will this to anyone that you like as well. And that is something really, really amazing. And not only that, we also have what we call a cashback program. This cashback program can pay your customers cashback on everything that they buy through our website as well. So in terms of, you know, our guests being here, you may have already purchased things from our website, right? And when you go into our website, you can actually earn the cashback. However, let's say if you go to Dan Murphy's, David Jones, Big W, Groupons, wherever that you shop, you will not get that cash back. So that's why it's a no-brainer whether you are actually wanting to earn extra little bit of cash back, or if you want to have extra willable asset of up to $3,600 a week, you can. So a question for every single one of you, and you can answer me in your Zoom group chat if you like. If you had an opportunity to make a positive change in your life, would you consider it? Now, many people say to me, right now with COVID, our businesses are not doing well, or a lot of my friends that I know of are being made stood down because of the situation of the pandemic. And they complain and whinge and just feeling sad and depressed and anxious. But I would ask you that question. If you had an opportunity to make a positive change right now during this pandemic, not only make a positive change in your life, but the life of other people that you love and care about, would you consider it? Of course you would. Of course I would. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing right now. That's why I am doing this Zoom meeting. I'm sharing this with my guest. I'm sharing this with my team. I'm sharing this with my business buddies, because I know that this opportunity that we're sharing with you, the shopping annuity concept, the unfranchised business through shop.com, can certainly make a positive change and transformation in not only my life, not only your life, but your community's life. I'm saying this with conviction in my heart. Okay, so let me just share with you the 2 to 3 year plan, which is what we are talking about that can actually change your life and your community's life. Well, it is a plan for your own financial success. These are the things that I'd love for you to take a look at. And if there is anything that you would like, maybe you can just type it into the group chat and share with us. Would you like additional income? Would you like to reduce your debt, or even like school debt, like, HECS fees, or, fee help and all that? What about time freedom, financial freedom? College fund for your kids? Nowadays it's not cheap at all, to be funding, children. I know for a fact many of my friends who've got kids, since they were born, they were already needing to put money aside for their kids, to go to private college if they want to do that. Early retirement is a good thing, right? That's a big thing for me and my husband. One of my big whys is to retire my husband within the next 3 years. And, by 50, he will be retired. That's my goal. And financially secure, and that is, of course, a good thing. And potentially tax advantages, which is really good if for those of you who are already an investor, that can help you as well. And if you are able to pay for your mortgage or rent through this 2 to 3 year plan, why not, right? Car payment, what about backup plan? Right now, backup plan is something that we can see is so necessary. Many people now being stood down, or the business is not doing well because of the pandemic. They find that, if they were able to actually do this business earlier on, they would have had, an extra $1,500 a month. Even that would help them. And so that's why it's later than you think always. But right now is the earliest that you can do something about your future. Right? And finally, I'd love you to consider the 2 to 3 year plan is something that is able to create our residual income for you. And that is outside of all of those amazing things that it can offer you, is what I find most tempting and attractive, because residual income means that, whether you work or not, the money will still keep coming in. Then you can spend your life doing whatever that you like. For me, I would love to be able to go to do ministry work, to do mission work, to support a lot of charities. And, I know a lot of people that are amazing artists, visual artists, performing artists, but they don't have money to fund their work. If I have ongoing residual income, I would be funding them. I would be funding, orphans and stuff like that. What about you? If you have money that keeps coming in every single week, what would you do with it? All right, product brokerage company is what we are, and we have hundreds of exclusive products and services that are available. That means we don't have to rely on only one product or service. And these are all multi-billion-dollar markets that are amazing, because what that means is, people will need them anyway. So whether it's, things that we would be buying from our exclusive partner, our exclusive companies, we can market driven products are available, and we don't have to be worrying about, you know, manufacturing. And so that means anything that's not hot, we can ditch it and we can go with the marketplace, and allows flexibility. And we're also internet marketing company, as I mentioned. We've got hundreds of partner stores in Australia, more than 800. And, you know, there's no cost to register as a company as well. Now, this is actually a really quick look. Of course, you haven't seen the actual compensation plan. You might not understand how this works, but I just want to give you a quick look at what this is all about. This is an unfranchised income versus a 4% rule investment. So let's say, you know, if you have an investment that will give you a 4% earning, for you to even earn $1,500 a month, which is really the beginning level of our unfranchised level, which is executive coordinator, you would need $450,000. Now, as I mentioned, you know, it's actually $600,000 for you to earn an extra, you know, 1,000 for 2%. Even if you're able to earn 4% with a very high yield investment, you still need 450,000. And so say, for example, you know, for a director, so Auntie Anne is actually above director, executive director, $18,000 a month, you would need more than nearly $6 million of asset in order, you know, to get that ongoing income. So if you have a look at that, comparing having that much asset, $1 million asset and or money in your pocket, as opposed to just doing this business and be able to earn that ongoing income, which is easier. Certainly, I would say that doing the unfranchised business is a lot easier. And so that's why I would love for you to certainly consider this. So when you think about the 45-year plan, which I sort of went through with you, where you need to continue trading time for money, going through the 45-year plan means 9 to 5 every single day, 5 days a week generally, or 2 to 3 year plan where you only need to invest in part-time hours, about 8 to 15 hours weekly, where you can earn anywhere between $300 to $3,600 a week, where you can create a residual income and willable asset. Would you like to choose the 45-year plan or 2 to 3 year plan? Well, in fact, I would say majority of people, let's say if you are successful in both, 2 to 3 year plan is a no-brainer. But we're not asking you to choose really. You can still continue to do what you're currently doing. If you love your job and if you, of course, are doing your self-employed business, you can continue doing that until such a time perhaps you're earning, you know, the same amount through your 2 to 3 year plan. Then you can fire your boss. Like if that's going to happen with my husband, he will fire his boss, then we will be focusing just doing the 2 to 3 year plan. So if you would like to learn more about the 2 to 3 year plan, we will have, you know, more opportunity coming up. But I would like you to think about this. Are you actually wanting to be doing the 2 to 3 year plan on top of your 45-year plan? If you are, then you may be thinking, well, can this work for me? It may not be something that I know how to do or do well. But we may be thinking, are you right for the business? So today there is no decision make whatsoever. This is only a simple presentation for you to understand what a shopping annuity can do for you. But one guarantee is that if you don't try anything, then everything will stay the same. Now, there are 3 next steps that I would like for you to consider. If you're a guest, one is to register as a customer and earn cashback, as I've already shared. If you actually register as a customer, wherever that you buy things online anyway, you would be earning cashback. So that's no brainer, right? Or you can schedule a follow-up appointment to get your questions answered and earn, you know, and then you can learn the 2 to 3 year plan, which we would have an opportunity for you. And then, or you can attend, you know, a business. In fact, tonight at 9 o'clock, we do have a 2 to 3 year plan presentation, 9 p.m. Melbourne, Australia time, or 7 p.m. Malaysia, Singapore time. You're very welcome to join us, and you'll be able to take a look at the 2 to 3 year plan. So that's all I would like to encourage you to think about today. And I have always believed that if you can be part of a team, you can then, as I mentioned, very beginning, we can then work together as an economically connected household to be able to then fund our shopping annuity and benefit our team at the same time. All right, that's all I would like to share for today. Let me just stop my recording, and if anyone